right. Arty Peg, all right?
All right, what's up, everybody? It's the Arty 84 Show live here on, what's today? Wednesday, the 22nd of August.
Ooh, headset. Nice.
In Revere, Massachusetts. Hope everyone having a nice week. Can I hear you?
Can you hear me? We good? You hear me? Good?
No.
No? Nada?
Yeah, get closer, I think.
Okay, I'm black cocking it.
There you go.
There we go.
There you go.
Hey,
It's a little delayed. Anyways, it's the Arty 84 Show live. Yeah, I gotta switch my headphones here, make sure that's all tuned up. A lot of technical things going on right here. I'm trying something new. Alright. There you go. That works. Yes, so, yeah. Episode 69.
Yeah.
Sue, it's your episode.
Is it 69? I thought it was like, yeah, it
I
is.
think it's 69. 69. Red Sox are on.
Yep.
Busy week. Big week in sports.
Yes. A lot of clashing going on here before the show today. I like this. It's fine. It's healthy. Like every relationship, you're gonna have clashes.
A lot of debates.
A lot of debates and clashes and opinions.
Yes.
And that's fine. I don't hold any
Well,
animosities.
my biggest opinion, we'll go straight off right here, that the Boston Red Sox are the biggest hypocrites in the history of the planet.
In a lot of ways, yes, they are. I hate John Henry,
Yes.
and I hate a lot of them. Yes, they are.
And the number one
There's no
reason
denying.
they're the biggest hypocrites right now is because they flaunt the Jimmy Fund, as we were talking about, like it's like their flagship, like they're doing something great, which they are. They're giving millions of dollars to kids who have cancer in the Jimmy Fund.
It's still going to them. Yeah.
But the main person who started the Jimmy Fund was the Yawkey family, who they pretty much erased from the history of the team this year.
Now, did somebody else take over? Because
Nope.
my thing.
The
So how
Yawkey
come no one
family-
has said anything? How,
The Yawkey family still runs because they know that this has a big contributor to their foundation. So if you want to go, you say, we hate your father or your grandfather, and everything he did for the city sucks, but we're still going to use him to flagship. So we look like we're good people, giving millions of dollars to these kids with cancer.
no, I agree. That is extremely hypocritical.
What I should have,
on that front.
what they should have done, which I don't know if they had enough time to do it, but they should have, is they should have left the Red Sox and be like, you know what, fuck you. We're gonna go. There's 3 other teams in town.
But you know why they probably didn't? Because of how it would look if they left.
I don't know.
That's-
Did you see the ratings?
No, I
that
mean
came
that.
out?
I mean that in a way like they're probably trying to save face because it's like, hey, if we separate here, it's
Yeah.
going to look really bad.
Well, a new poll just came out in Boston, and the Red Sox are about a year away of being the 3rd favorite team in Boston.
I saw that actually. Yeah.
Patriots, of course, are number 1 as always.
Mm-hmm.
Red Sox slightly better than the Celtics,
Yes.
and I think a championship win this year will actually make the Celtics number 2.
Did the Bruins gain some ground?
No, they actually lost. They were 12, and they were actually ahead of the Celtics. They actually dropped down to 7%.
Shit.
So 7% of sports fans in Boston, Bruins fans as their favorite team. So the Bruins are about to, suck it up a little bit further. The Red Sox, despite their winning season right now, I don't expect them to make it past the
No.
first round. of
There's
the
no.
playoffs.
Yeah.
They have no pitching.
No. If they to lose the first game, if Sale's fine,
Yeah.
and they somehow lose that game, it's over. Because when you're gonna hand the ball to Price in the playoffs, it's sad when I trust Eduardo Rodriguez
Yeah.
more than anybody in this rotation.
Well, basically, right now we're looking at this, and the Red Sox are about to have it's a 4-game series or 3-game series, double back. What's today? Today is Thursday, so it's a 3-game series. So they're about to get swept by the Cleveland Indians. This is the first time they're playing Cleveland all season. They're gonna play them 7 times this week, and I wouldn't be surprised if they lose all 7 games.
Yeah.
So you have a superior coach, you have a superior bullpen, and that always wins in the playoffs. So basically right now we're looking at a team that has basically offense, and we all know that offense does not pay off in the playoffs. It's all about the defense.
Yep, and pitching. It's all about pitching. You can't
All
score
about
runs
pitching.
from the dugout.
Nope. So you can have the best offensive players you want, but it's not going to happen.
Yep.
And they're like many teams, they're going to be like the Yankees. The Yankees are also
They're pretty banged up
yeah,
right now.
their man pitching sucks too.
Chapman's out. I know they still don't have
I'll make
ugly
the
Judge.
prediction right now. It's going to be Oakland versus Cleveland in the American League Championship.
Where the hell did Oakland come from? I saw that. I looked up about a
Moneyball.
week and a half ago, and I was like, what the fuck?
Moneyball. Oakland figures out how to do it.
Yeah.
They're going to win the wild card. They're right now tied with Houston right now. So basically, it's a shoe-in that they're going to get the wild card with the Yankees.
Yeah,
with
Houston's
like
been
3 weeks
slumping.
left.
Houston's really been slumping.
And so I mean, Houston might miss the play. Houston may miss the playoffs altogether. Oakland has a good chance to actually take them over. And in addition to that, Seattle's sitting there with like a game behind Houston. So basically, what could happen is you may see Houston just disappear right at this point. But the Yankees, the American League's not winning the World Series this year.
No,
I'm telling you right now.
No, they're not. It's funny. You know what former Red Sox player I was thinking about the other day? Because as I've gotten older, I've learned to appreciate how he functioned. And it's J.D. Drew. And let me explain why.
Okay.
Because J.D. Drew was one of those guys who they would sign to this contract.
Yep.
And he would underperform. But then something would happen where he would extend that and actually do something good where everyone's like, oh my God, see, he really is good.
Yeah.
And I realized that's the perfect business model personally, because then if you underperform and do something really good, people automatically are like, oh my God. Like it sets a new expectation because it's like we didn't expect that, but they should have.
Well, it's basically what you
know
do.
what I mean?
It's like when you're at work, you kill the work that you have and you take on very little extra work. You don't take on more work.
Yes.
You're not the asshole who sits in the office and just kills everything and goes, oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna, take on more work. Then you take on more work than you can, and then all of a sudden you're behind.
It doesn't, or you don't get recognized because they're used to that.
That's no way I operate. I get my work done. I'll take on a little bit when I can,
Yes.
and then you look like an all-star. And J.D. Drew did the same exact thing. The problem with J.D. Drew is he was a fucking baby.
Yeah, he would hit a home run and then take 2 days off.
Yeah, he would have. There was very memorable hits in his 2007 season that actually helped the team gratefully.
Yes.
But he was a little fucking baby, and he only played good when there was a contract year. So if it wasn't a contract year, he didn't give a fuck. So
It's like a lot of players. I
know?
hate that shit.
well, I mean, it's true. I mean, especially in football, because football is when you're gonna get paid. If you don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Right, Sue? Sue over there wearing her matching shirt with her matching cell phone case.
How's the delay on that?
The delay? There's no delay.
There's no delay? Okay.
Oh, on the Facebook?
Oh, no, there's no voice delay or anything?
No. Everything should be. I think so. Well, this is going to be delayed as it is because it's a.
Oh, that's right. Maybe that's what I'm hearing.
It's on
'Cause I feel
Facebook
like
Live.
I'm talking and I can hear.
Probably actually, yeah. You probably hear it on the. Probably on these things right there, a little bit, slightly. Oh yeah, I hear it right now too. Yeah, I know what that is. It's the headphones because these are delayed off the computer.
Oh, all right. I see.
So we shut those bad Larrys off. There we go. We should take care of that problem. Ah, yes, thank you. A GarageBand device has been removed. Perfect. Yeah, so I don't think the Red Sox are making it out of the first round. If they don't win tonight, they're fucked. Well, when do they start this year? Oh, today's Wednesday. No, this is a 4-game series. They're playing them again tomorrow.
Yeah.
So they have to.
Have they been swept all year, though?
No, I don't think they've been swept. I think they actually got swept once, perhaps. But I'm not too sure. Oh, they're making out. Look, Sue, they're in love. Oh.
Tommy's not trying to put it in the mouth.
No, she struggles with the ability to try to pop it up, if you will. Let's see. I want to make sure we didn't lose. I got a little error up there. Make sure we didn't lose anything on the.
Oh boy.
On the stream here. It's never a good thing when you have a pop up.
What does it say?
Yeah, it's kind of paused. It says we lost your built-in. Oh yeah, so we did. Test 1 2. All right, we're back. I think we just lost. Stream should be good. The stream was good. Everyone was getting the stream. We just weren't getting the recording that we needed. So we are back in business here. Week 3 starts tomorrow officially for football, and
that's right. They say this is the critical.
Yeah, this is where the starters play majority of the game. We get to see what these players look like in real life, and who are the Pats playing? They're playing Carolina.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And the Saints. Who are the Saints playing? Do you know? I think they're playing San Diego. Yeah.
Because they did a practice
with San Diego. So they have a practice. So they're playing San Diego.
I had a horrible dream that Brady. Why can I hear myself? Where's that coming from? Oh, it's over there.
Oh, the computer. Yeah.
I had a horrible dream that Brady
died
went down mid-season.
Yeah.
And Hoyer had to take over.
It could happen.
That sounds terrifying.
Hopefully, when he goes down, Brady already has 10 wins. So we could still go 10-6.
You're creating a little buffer.
Fucking Hoyer. You got to tell me that's their best bet. They brought in what's his face too, and they just fucking McCarron or something like that. Was that?
No. They have that rookie. that they drafted in the first, not in the first round. They drafted a running back. Who did they draft as a quarter? I forget his name.
Yeah.
Some stupid emo millennial name.
Yeah, stupid emos and millennials. Sue loves millennials. Right, Sue?
We are millennials. Technically, I think we are millennials. Right?
We're like barely millennials.
Barely.
But we're not. We don't have the fucking
Temperament.
millennial, lifestyle.
Entitlement.
These fuckers have. These kids who are. I think nowadays, I think the kids who are just entering college right now, like my little cousin, who starts college today, he's probably watching us in his dorm room. I think they're not millennials because I think they're the generation, like the kids who are like 15, 16 years younger than us, are the ones who are about to realize that the ones who are about 5 to 6 years older than them are assholes. Because what's going to happen is, we're at that time right now. Oh, there they go. Getting all wild and hot. Always sees a little tail go by on the screen. It's pretty funny. You see a little Tommy. Uh-oh, Tommy, you're in trouble. She's getting the necklace. Yeah, I think the kids start in college now. By the time they get out of college, they're not going to be pompous asses like the kids now.
Yeah.
I think that the kids, I think between the ages of, so what are we in the 30s? I think anyone who's like 23 or 20, I think anyone who's like 23 to about 30, would you say, right?
Yeah.
29, 30. So basically, let's put it this way. Anyone who's in their 20s right now, if you're between the age of 20 and 30, you're a pompous ass. Because you're going to actually feel how bad of a person you are in about 10 years when you're between the ages of 30 and 40.
You're an entitled dick.
Yes. And the kids right now who are in college, they're pretty much, they don't know better yet. But I think they're learning that the kids who are older than us are assholes. And they don't understand life. And they're not very self-efficient. And they can't do anything on their own. And they need a babysitter. And they're entitled to large quantities of pay right out of college for doing absolutely nothing or gaining no, what's the word?
Must be nice.
Experience or anything
Must
like
be
that.
nice.
Well, they'll have a rude awakening. I think they're already starting. I think especially as these assholes, 20-year-olds turn like 25 and 26, and then the one, especially the broads who are holding off for the perfect guy and realize that all they're going to do is date these shitty guys.
Yeah.
So then they start dating old guys with kids.
Yeah,
and then they realize that doesn't work very often, and then they start dating younger guys, and before you know it, they're just divorced 3 times. And then the dudes,
You're really going deep into this.
yeah, and the dudes are just idiots because they think they're gonna get everyone. They're gonna get fat and bloated because they're not working out at the gym because they're too busy drinking because they have all this millennial money. So, and that's where the younger kids these days are gonna swoop up, and you're gonna have like kids like my cousin coming out of college who are gonna steal these assholes' jobs because they're gonna realize you have to start from the bottom. You're not entitled to anything. And then they're gonna blow past these, and you're gonna see a bunch of these fuckers on unemployment. And these are the oh, God bless you. These are also these stupid the protesting kids. You know, the ones who protest everything. They have nothing to protest for.
Oh, I think your dog's eating. I gotta put this down again. I think your dog's eating under the.
Oh, she's fine. I think she's licking stuff. She's cleaning herself.
Nope, she's eating the chair.
Oh, that's good.
Get out of there.
Nola.
She'll move once it starts going down.
Okay. Almost not. But
Yes, she's about to crawl underneath the seat like she did when we had the apartment.
I think she did that last week
The
too.
old bed. Yes, and there's gonna be a lot of unemployed millennials in about 10 years.
But the problem is
I
the
can't
people
wait.
that are hiring them might be just as douchey, so they don't care.
Well, then the company's going to crash and burn.
Exactly.
There's no millennials starting their own companies right now because they're going to be entitled thinking they're going to be the best company ever.
Sure.
So startup companies are pretty much a thing of the ass. If you see if you talk to a millennial and he's like, I'm going to start a business. Any asshole I hear at the bar telling me they're going to start their own business who is like less than like 30 years old
good luck
with
with that.
no experience, I think you're an idiot.
It must be fun to be delusional.
Because you have absolutely no perspective of what the society will bring to you and how a business model or how your plan will work out in the long run.
I mean, models do change, but yeah, you're right. They're going to burn.
Experience trumps
experience. Yeah, exactly.
So these kids are like, oh, and nothing's more douchier than when I was hearing these broads at the bar last night talking about, I'm dating a guy and he works for a nonprofit. I'm like, so your boyfriend, so he's poor?
But then on the flip side, it's annoying when a girl is like, he's poor.
Just so everyone knows out there, what a nonprofit means is that a company at the end of the year holds a zero balance for profit. They still pay people. Your CEO of your nonprofit could be making millions of dollars a year. So a nonprofit, all it is that they don't pay taxes on their money. So they hold no money over at the end of the year. So if this nonprofit makes $1 million, well, that $1 million is being spent. And usually it goes to someone's pocket.
Yes.
So
that's true. I've dated a few women who
if
work for nonprofits.
I work for a nonprofit. So that means you're poor, and the people you work for steal your money.
And that means that you have serious mental issues. Here's the thing. All right, let me get into this, okay? I've dated a few people in the past who have worked for non-profits, and I got to say, a lot of them travel because they're trying to find themselves, right? But they're using this like, I do good, I hold AIDS babies in Africa, but they're doing it for them. They're not doing it because they actually care.
Oh, they're doing it for themselves.
Yeah, they're doing it for themselves. They don't give a shit about saving the world, but they pretend they do, but they're really just trying to fill a void.
I'm going to tell you this right now. Anyone who posts a picture of themselves doing something good on social network, they're not doing it for themselves.
No, they're not. They're definitely not.
Every time I see like some kid holding, like you said, like an AIDS baby or something like that, you're not doing it because you want to help that poor little baby or do anything better for yourself. You want people to know that you are helping an AIDS baby.
Yes.
That's all you want. You don't really give a shit about the fucking things.
Like, look how good I am.
If you gave a shit that much, you wouldn't post.
Exactly. You wouldn't be posting the photo to begin with.
Like, how do you even write that post? Helping AIDS babies. Without sounding douchey.
Me in a village in what the I don't know,
in Kenya somewhere.
Kenya, some poor country in Africa, right? Yeah, me in a village. Look at all the likes I got.
Yeah. If you want to be a good Samaritan, you do it like celebrities.
Talk about it.
Like most celebrities do. Like
Just do it.
Like Brad Pitt and Juliana Julie. What they used to do is they just go and do shit, right?
Just do it.
They adopt like 1,000 kids. They don't really advertise it. In fact, they were trying to hide their kids as much as possible from the paparazzi.
Yeah.
They were doing something like, and then New Orleans, they were down there. Then they did a lot for helping building that city back up after everything. So the celebrities like that are the ones who are like, obviously you're going to know about it because it's going to be in the news. Someone's going to report it.
Yeah,
but they're not posting
after the fact.
They're not posting a picture like on a fucking rowboat after Katrina, rowing through a fucking neighborhood, pulling people out.
It's not like they're going to a hospital and they're like, wait for all the media to get here. I want people to see this. Like, they just do it.
Which basically what reality stars do, like the Kardashians, is basically what they do. They'll sit there and they'll set up. They'll call the paparazzi ahead of time and have them set up.
Yeah.
Because how would they know? How would you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're gonna show up at this hospital.
The mother does. We were just talking about that at work today about fucking celebrities and shit like that. About
her mom edited her own porn video, pretty much.
Yeah. Well, the topic came out about slutty flight attendants, and I was like, I feel bad for poor Robert Kardashian. I mean, this guy was just trying to get his nut off with an American airline flight attendant. Next thing you know, he got married to her, had 3 kids.
He did.
She dumped his ass. He got brain cancer, and now she's married to a woman. Oh, was married to a woman. So, I mean, that poor guy, so someone in my office goes, so if you have sex with a flight attendant, you're going to get brain cancer? I go, you might.
You might.
I don't know.
I was reading a thing the other day that said people with a dark sense of humor are more prone to getting Alzheimer's. And I was like, oh, I'm screwed.
Dark sense of humor, huh? Yeah, I guess so.
You can find studies for anything.
I mean, there's enough data to prove that.
Probably not, but I just thought it was interesting. Yeah.
Dark sense of humor, autism. Autism?
Oh, no, Alzheimer's.
Well, sometimes
or dementia, whatever.
Well, you get the sometimes.
Yes.
Well, I think people with dark sense of humor are typically sometimes depressed anyways, and I think there's a mental disorder for that anyways, which could lead to any brain activity being... Because you figure the people who don't... Most people who are actively with their brain, people do crossword puzzles, people read a lot, people who are do shit to exercise their brain are typically positive people, and typically are on the lighter side. And they typically don't get the Alzheimer's.
I don't know for sure. I've known a few old people. My grandma had Alzheimer's, but she was an exception to the rule. I haven't been around enough people to know for sure.
I mean that's just like a thing. It helps. It doesn't cure it. It just keeps it active. You know?
I mean, I have a dark sense of humor, but I'm actually a pretty positive person overall. I mean, I have my moments where I'm not, but I think I'm pretty average along the line.
The dark cloud.
I find disturbing things funny sometimes.
I used to know a guy we used to nickname the Dark Cloud.
But sometimes
you want to say something? You had the mic on you. You were about to. What happened?
That was Black Hawk.
What were you gonna say? Well, it's too late now. Now you have to say it.
We passed the conversation.
What was the conversation?
Crosswords.
Well, yeah. What would you like to say?
It helps.
It helps. Okay, thank you. That's all
Keeps
she added.
the brain active.
I like how she sits off camera and she just puts in her 2 cents every 2 seconds. When she wants to use the microphone.
It's good.
Occasionally. Yeah, but, is that Joe? Did you yell something through his bedroom? Oh, there you heard him.
But,
fucking double back. Yeah, so, I don't know how fucking Powers deals with the people at his work. All these fucking millennials that are rolling there. Spilling their weeks. Because what happens is this is where it becomes very delusional for them. So they'll be in a college, and then all of a sudden they get an internship with like one of the big companies, right? So like the Amazons. the Microsofts or the State Street in Boston for that rate, right?
That's true.
So all of a sudden these people come to you and they give you this big old job and you're like, oh, I'm an adult now. I'm going to be working on this big old job and shit like that. And then what happens is the reality is you're pretty much doing shit work for no money.
Yeah.
It's a resume builder job. So a smart person would be like, all right, I'm going to stay there for a couple of years, then I'm going to leave, just so I can have it on my resume. I work for Amazon, I work for, whatever. But a lot of people get sucking in there and they stay there forever and they don't make any money.
Yeah, that explains why Eric probably is the way he is then. Now that I think about
But
it.
dealing with those
Sitting around and listening to these millennials bitch about their things all day would probably drive anybody crazy.
If I had to deal with those fucking children that he does on a daily basis, I would do what the Boston Charles River Killer is doing to myself. There's no... I mean, I'm like, oh, well, the money's good. He's sending pictures of hundreds of dollars in his I almost gave up what he saved his money in his thing.
I mean,
his bank account.
You could try to spin it in a way where it's like, you just wait, buddy, and just laugh.
No, I don't know, it's fucking, the kids suck.
They do.
If you're a kid, listen to the show, and you're under the age of 30, you suck. I'm telling you.
Which is why you're probably not listening to this show, because we're
Probably
bitching
not.
about you.
Because you're too good for it. You're probably too busy working at a non-profit for no money.
No.
You know what keeps a non-profit very, very unprofitable? Is paying your employees minimum wage.
Yeah.
And the CEOs taking all your money.
Oh, but Arty, they're doing good for the society, and they're contributing. And
I drove by this thing. I don't know if you see this billboard. It's on Route 1 North in Saugus, and it's this girl wearing a hoodie. And the name of the company is like buyahoodie.com or something like that, right? And it says for every hoodie bought, they donate a hoodie to someone who needs a hoodie. I think that's the premise. Did you see that too? Have you seen that billboard? It's Reed and Revere. Right before we get off our exit, is a girl wearing a hoodie, and it's like wearahoodie.com or wearabeanie.com or something like that. It's a beanie cap, right? So I didn't do any research. I'm just making an assumption here, but I'm assuming this beanie probably cost $30 for something that costs maybe
nothing.
I don't know, $1 to make, right? And their premise is we're going to charge you $30, but we're going to donate a percentage of that money to a charity. So instead of just selling the hat like a regular person would for $10. And then taking, 50% of the profit on that and sticking the rest into your company, they're going to do it for $30 and donate $5 of that, so they look like they're doing something good. So you can wear a generic hoodie.
Yeah.
Like that idiot who does the fucking shoes. What the hell is that fucking criminal's name? Someone help me out there. The shoes, the shoes that the girls all wear, they look like prison shoes. And he's like, when you buy a pair of shoes, we'll donate one until some kids don't have shoes. Tom is a fucking criminal. I'm
Tom
gonna
Brady?
No. Tom Brady's a
Doug's?
fucking god.
He's a god.
Tom Brady's
Nordic
the opposite of that. Tom Brady's flaunting $100 Uggs and saying, "I'm wearing $100 Uggs."
$200
Yeah, and he's not donating to poor kids. He's just wearing them.
Well, he does have that. What's that foundation he fucking does? The stupid.
Buddy.
The Best Buddies. Yeah.
Best Buddies.
No, but I mean, the Best Buddies is more or less to make. That's not.
And they're paying him. Remember that whole shit?
The Best Buddies is something different. It's for them. It's more of a self-esteem thing. It's to help these kids who are mentally challenged and stuff to like feel good about them, to like help them get into society. I don't know if it's. I mean, you can't cure, cure Down syndrome.
I wonder what that cookout's like. You know how every year they like go to the cookout, and
yeah,
pay whatever.
Bake dance
like
party,
I bet you go, and they're like, oh, Tom Brady would be there. I bet you go, and he shows up for 5 minutes.
No, he stays.
He does.
Oh yeah.
Auntie Sharon said hello. Hello, Auntie Sharon.
Oh.
Might have been a little while
Oh,
ago.
I didn't see that. No, Tom Brady's actually there for a good amount of time. Actually, he stays there. No, it's for kids to feel better about themselves. He plays football for them and all that stuff. He's not trying to cure anything, and he's not trying to like put off like he's like anything special. I mean, it's just Tom Brady's name on it, so it helps the foundation, I guess.
What would it take to get me in there?
To get you where?
Get into that clam bake with like a drool cup.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd be. I think we could probably get Eric in there easier. One of Eric's buddies, Don Zolo, my mother's favorite local comic, does a joke about how he volunteered at that thing, the Best Buddies, and he intercepted a pass from a Down syndrome kid. Just so he can, I mean, you probably heard the joke if you were one of my shows that Don Zolo was at, my mom's favorite comedian.
Oh,
That's the joke about intercepting because he wanted another catch from Tom Brady, and the kid, and he told little Billy that he was going to get the catch, and he intercepted little Billy. It's a dark joke. We're not making fun of kids with Down syndrome.
You can get Alzheimer's.
But yeah, exactly. No, but Tom, back on Tom being an asshole. This guy's like, hey, you buy a pair of my $100 shoes, and I'll give a pair to a kid with no shoes. Did you ever see what the shoes look like?
No, I actually have no idea.
So they actually look like I knew a guy. I didn't know him personally. I knew him because he came into the sneaker store I worked at once. He had just gotten out of prison. So Massachusetts Institute of Corrections gives these like slip-on blue suede canvas shoes, and they have a spray paint on the side, Mass Correction, MCI or something like that, right? This guy had these shoes on. I thought they were Toms because Macy's sells the same pair for $50, $60 that look exactly like prison shoes. There's no support. They're like Chuck Taylors with no support.
People are
Terrible.
stupid.
And then there's big thing is you buy a pair, we'll give a pair. Well, yeah, because it's costing you $1 to make the shoe. You're charging $50. So what's $1?
Yeah.
And these assholes, you can write that off on their taxes. So at the end of the year, when it looks like you made a profit, well, I donated, a $50 shoe to a kid in Nigeria who, honestly, the last thing he needs is a shoe.
Yeah, no.
You know what I mean?
He needs some shots and vaccines.
Yeah,
probably.
if he's deep in like a village somewhere and he looks up and sees an airplane for the first time and thinks it's a still god, the last thing this poor guy needs is a shoe. It's bad enough he already has 19-year-old T-shirts that he's been wearing around that say Patriots 19-0, and he has no idea what that means.
That kid's just trying not to die from diarrhea.
Yeah, I mean, let's get reality here. I understand you want to help, and another thing too is if you want to really help, there's enough people in this country you can help before you start going to other countries. Not saying the other countries don't need help.
Yeah,
But,
we need to
I
help
mean,
our own. I agree with that.
But let's help our own before we help others. Because, basically it's like, that's like saying you have a grandmother, right? That, you have to change your diaper all the time because maybe she's old, right? She's an old lady. But you're going to go and help someone else's grandmother.
Yeah.
Okay, the other grandmother needs help too.
Yeah,
but what about your grandmother?
I agree.
It's like, I understand countries are fighting wars. What about our country?
Yeah, we shouldn't be sticking our nose on other people's business.
Exactly.
That's how you get people to hate you.
That's how you get people to hate you. Mind your own fucking business. Canada's been doing it for years, and it's been very successful for them.
It has. I saw an article the other day. There are 500 doctors now that have gotten together in Canada protesting that they make too much. That they think more money should go back into their economy because they're getting paid too much. I was like, God, it would be great if it was like that around here. Are you fucking kidding me?
To one thing I like about Canadians, too, and they have I like having conversations with Canadians because it's almost like bizarro world for us.
It is.
Because everything is the same, except it's a little bit different. Like their currency is different. Their laws are slightly different for certain stuff. Like it's not dramatically, it's just slightly different. Like the drinking ages and stuff. The governments are basically the same, just a little bit different. They're little tweaks. But they're basically like bizarro United States. But Canadians I never met a Canadian that was bitter. Except for kind of like Quebecians, a little bit snobby, but they're not really bitter. And I really never met a Canadian that really hates their country.
No, I've
or
never
really
met one of
hates
those.
things politically.
I've never either.
They're always friendly. They insult you in a very nice way.
True.
There's very it's very mellow up there. It's like
It
they're all high, and the reason is because they just mind their own fucking business.
Which is and it's cold up there too, which is amazing.
Which probably doesn't
they don't have
help.
a stick up their ass.
There's more Canadians. I think 80% of the population lives within 100 miles of the U.S. border, which makes sense because it's easy to get to. And anything higher than that gets pretty cold. But, I mean, the Canadians have helped dramatically in world wars. They just tack on for the U.S. They help the U.S.
So sure, we'll be there.
Yeah, but we're like, we'll help you out. It's like a friend who was like, yeah, I'll give you a ride because your car broke down once or twice.
Yeah.
But, they're very peaceful up there. So they mind their own business. We could easily do that. But, they're the type of people, too, if we decide we're going to invade them one day, they'd probably blow us up. They probably would just nuke us. Canadians probably have nuclear bombs. We don't know. How do we know?
I know that. Yeah, they could be hiding
They
shit.
could have anything up there.
And that's the way we think. It's like we always think somebody has an ulterior motive or is biding their time.
I wouldn't trust the Canadians. They'll come in and they might take us over one day.
They could.
Easily.
I don't know what their military is though. I know they don't have an air force, obviously.
I think they do.
Do they have an air force?
I think they have a full blown. I think they have a Navy, Air Force, and Army.
Let's see.
I think one day we're going to sit here and this. I think they're probably already slowly taking over, and we just don't even know it. They're invading northern Maine, northern Michigan, Canadian border. Before we know it, Massachusetts will be speaking Canadian. Speaking Canadian. That was a fucking stupid thing to say, huh, Stu? Speaking Canadian?
Speaking Canadian.
Like the Canadians have their own fucking language?
They talk French, huh?
In English.
And English.
They have two official languages.
A.
Do you know the United States doesn't have an official language?
Did you know?
Because we're all a melting pot.
Exactly.
I do have what I have a theory of? I think. All right, you know how the English is the official language of the United Nations?
of the United Nations, yes.
But only 5% of the entire world speaks English.
True.
I think the reason why English is still taught and known all over the world is because we won World War II.
Could be. Otherwise, we'd all be speaking German.
Yeah. But prior to that, I think languages are more diverse. But
Yeah.
I think it's a big part of it is because we won World War II.
And that's the thing. The United States definitely helped the outcome of that war one way or another.
Oh, yeah.
And saved Europe, I guess you could say.
But we kind of were lazy about it. Like, look, we're neutral. Remember, the whole time, we're neutral. And then, at one point, we were like, all right, we got your back. Because they were we just jumped in and, like, just declared victory and just destroyed.
Well, they were neutral. But they wanted to get involved. See, Roosevelt didn't want anything to do with it. Truman was all about these fucking assholes. And he wasn't even concerned about the Germans. He could give two shits about the Germans.
Yeah.
It was the Japanese he was concerned about because they were taking over fucking the Pacific, which basically we ran for all those years.
Yeah.
So he was looking at the Japanese guys and being like, these fucking assholes. But he wanted to... He didn't really give a... I don't think he really gave a shit about Europe. Because at that point, like, what for anything, Germany taking over Europe wouldn't really benefit or hurt the United States whatsoever. We would look like assholes for not helping our friends. But at the time, we were really that good friends of England. I mean, we just beat them in a war for the third time 70 to 50 years prior to that.
Yeah.
So it's like, are they really that good friends of ours? You know what I mean? And we weren't really doing much trade with Europe. Everything was done here.
Yeah.
But it was the Japanese he was afraid of.
Yes.
So he needed an excuse to get into the war because the
Pearl
Japanese
Harbor.
decided they were going to team up with the Italians and the Germans. We had a fight in the game.
But
So
I just think it's funny. Everybody was kind of worn out, and we're neutral. And then when everybody was worn out, we just kind of slide in there,
That's
just
right.
roll in, right? Full.
we're like, hey, listen, we're in. It's like a guy sitting at a craps table at a casino, and he's just watching all night. And he's like, then all of a sudden he's like, it's Elman. He slides all his fucking chips in, and he fucking. But it's like, that's probably why. I mean, we literally went into Europe and we helped them save. I mean, otherwise Germany would have had majority of Europe.
Yeah.
And then what happened? Germany ended up shrinking to smaller than it actually was after the war was over. Everything was split up.
It was split up. And I get annoyed though when people come over here from other countries in Europe and they're like, "Oh, they're right. Our infrastructure is dirty. We got wires hanging all over the place, bridges falling apart." And they're like, "Oh, it's so clean where we are." And I'm like, "Yeah, well, we helped fucking rebuild you after World War II. That's why you're more modern."
And we've probably been shooting more money over there than we did for our own country all those years too. There was a thing where I remember my grandfather and grandmother were telling me that back in the day, there was a time where what the hell material they needed steel for ships and stuff, so they couldn't make cans like tin cans for food or something like that anymore because they needed all the metal they could get to make shit. So like it was this weird thing where in the 30s things that were made out of metal were stopped being made out of metal, weren't made all together. Car production was slowed down and all that stuff because they needed the metal to build tanks and stuff for the war, which is amazing. You know, all of a sudden, because you don't have that much, this is the time where we're dependent on our own natural resources.
Yeah.
And then United States come in. They pretty much make Europe what it is today. They neutralize Japan, bring it back to a,
Yeah. And then we also got all the good scientists, hence our space program, which got us to the moon.
between all the Asian and the German scientists that Einstein, who was a German Jew who basically was going to be killed, escaped to America, and basically helped us with the nuclear bomb.
But he wasn't one of the ones that came over with Operation Paperclip. Von Braun was the head of NASA, and he's the one who got us to the moon, which is funny because if it wasn't for the Germans, we wouldn't have had a space program.
That's true.
But the Russians got scientists too, but we got the better ones.
We did. I mean, it's split because at the time we were friendly with the Russians.
Yeah, or we pretended to be.
Yeah.
It was like one of those things.
Well, they helped us.
Yeah, because the only reason why Stalin sided with us is because the Germans didn't want him. He actually wanted to be part of Hitler's little posse, but they didn't want him.
They didn't want
him.
And it was because why would you want to get involved with because they lost World War I? Why the hell would you even get involved with these guys?
Exactly.
Again, right? So the Russians had no choice but to pretend to be us. What's the matter there, sweetheart?
Did we unplug the couch?
Ooh, that's the plug I'm gonna hit. Is that all? Huh? Was that all? Oh, sorry. Oh, I'll plug it back in at the end of the show for the lights. We don't have enough outlets in this place, so we have to.
I know you guys are
sacrifice.
It is a fire hazard in here.
We do use our electric bill wasn't $263, by the way. That was the electric bill from last month. It's actually $298. Just so you know.
Oh my God!
It was even more money this one. Yes.
And we don't even use that much. All of our lights are energy efficient.
All on timers. Everything's on timers.
But I feel like someone's always. Oh, Joey's usually at work.
It's the air conditioning unit. The HVAC system is nonstop, probably 85% of the day.
But little things add up. You got the fish tank. You got and it doesn't seem that much. And then
our light bulbs, if they're on 24 hours a day, use $7 a year. The fish tank, if it was on 24 hours, which it does, uses about $24 a year.
I don't even know how to come up with that.
Because they have an energy efficient sticker on the back. They're all energy prone. The TVs and stuff are usually off.
Someone's lying.
Everything's on sleep mode on the electronics over here. We keep the TV in the bedroom on, but that shouldn't be drawing that much. It's the HVAC system that runs 80% of the time.
Damn. But what about
even when we have it set high?
What about in the winter? What's it like?
It's lower in the winter, but the rates go up a little bit. So it's like, but the HVAC
and then we
system.
have a gas bill.
Yeah, and the HVAC system runs because it has to push the air for the heat. So it's nonstop. The HVAC system is very inefficient. It's undersized for this apartment, therefore it has to use and keep on going. Little fun fact here, McKinley. It uses more time because it's.
Ooh, question. How much does your... Because I remember I used to have one of these in my apartment, and it was a total energy suck, the beer fridge.
This, I think it's probably about $30 a year.
Really?
Yeah.
I think I thought mine was like five. Yeah, maybe. I felt like mine was like almost $5 a month more.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's. I think the things are like $35 in the sticker.
Oh, okay.
Unless Nola and Tommy are just throwing wild parties and
That's true.
You know,
Well,
they're running like 240 watt fucking generators. And we use the wash machine twice a week and the dryer twice a week so that doesn't pull so much. And then the stove we use 3 nights a week, but that shouldn't be pulling that much. It doesn't make any sense.
You do have a lot of these things that aren't pulling that much, but collectively,
my parents have a house that's double the size of this, and their electric bill is no more than about $150 a month. And my father has just as many electronics plugged in, if not more. So it doesn't make any sense. It's the HVAC system because they don't have an HVAC system in the house. We do.
Yeah, it's probably the cherry on the top right there.
It's very stupid. It doesn't make any sense.
And we could have had free energy because Tesla, found a way to do that, but then that got squashed. Because there's no money in that for anybody if you're getting free energy.
But thank God for Tesla. Otherwise, we all would have electrocuted ourselves. Actually, electricity would have cost more if we went with fucking Edison and Tesla. Because
Edison was horrible.
Edison was the direct current. A little science fact. He was DC.
Yes.
Batteries and shit.
Yeah.
Which is very safe. You can't electrocute yourself in DC, right? Because it's one current. It goes currently. I believe it was a Tesla that came off the alternate current. Correct me if I'm wrong. It was one of those scientists.
Yeah.
And basically, with alternate current is it has more. It's more efficient.
Yeah.
But it travels longer. But the waves are very dangerous. So if you get electrocuted, you can kill yourself. Whereas DC, you couldn't. The most you could do with DC is burn yourself really bad if it was a really really high voltage to it. But yeah, I mean.
Have you ever read about how much Edison, what a dick he was, and all the patents he stole, and like how he got them?
If you want to talk about people who are dicks, Edison was a dick.
He's actually the reason why Hollywood is in California, because he took all these ideas and then he's like these motion pictures and everything like that, and then someone else started another company. He's like, I'm gonna fucking sue you, and then like fuck you, you can't have a monopoly of motion pictures. We're going to California. Get the fuck out of here. Right? That guy was a dick.
Edison was so smart and such an innovator. Basically, what he did was he just he just bought patents off people. He went to people who invented shit and was like, "Hey," he was an old school version of Bill Gates. That's what Bill Gates did. Bill Gates bought DOS, which is the main bridge for Windows, for $100,000 off some kid who designed it in his fucking basement. And the kid was like, "Oh, I don't know what I have here." And he's like, "Oh, I'll give you $100,000 for it." And he goes like, "Oh, okay." Little did he know that kid who wrote DOS lost hundreds of billions of dollars. Hundreds. I would have killed myself. He lost $100 billion because he sold this thing off for at the time $100,000 in 1981.
Yeah.
Oh fuck, I'll take that for something you were just dicking around in your fucking basement with.
Yeah.
And then Bill Gates turned around and fucking fucked everyone in the ass with a double-sided dildo, including that kid. You think he ever went back to that kid and threw him a mill? Probably not.
Probably not.
Fucking probably told the kid to go fuck himself. Probably sued the kid for them $100,000 back.
Yeah.
But, well, look at the fucking Indians.
But back then, Edison was known for bribing people. He'd be like, give me that patent, and like claim it as his. He was bad.
He would like stronghold him like the mafia.
Yes, he would.
Edison wasn't a very nice guy.
No,
in fact, he was a fucking... I believe he was... that's funny because he was best friends with Henry Ford.
That's right. I forgot
about
that.
They had a house together in Florida, right next door to each other. And,
was it Ford?
Yeah, Ford and Firestone was their friend, too, the guy who invented the tires. So it was kind of a monopoly. So Edison invented rubber. Right?
Supposedly.
From a rubber tree. And then Firestone manufactured the tires that were exclusively used on Fords. So the three of them basically, like Edison invented a lot of components for the car. Ford mastered the art of the whatchamacallit, the manufacturing of the vehicle, and Firestone did the tires. So these fucking three millionaires basically fed off each other like it was nothing.
Did you ever watch the show Drunk History?
Yes.
I used to love that show. That show's really good. They have a good one on Edison.
I know another person that really liked that show too.
Who?
One of Eric's friends. It begins with a B.
But they should. I think they should show that show in schools. That would get people interested in history.
What, showing a bunch of drunk people talking about history?
No, but the stories are true.
The stories are true.
You know, it gets you more. But it gets you more. Obviously, the way. Yeah, but the story itself is true. But the way it gets
Isn't
there
that what
might
the
not
show
be.
is basically? Drunk history at this point. They just fucking tell stories. Like I don't want anyone I don't want anyone sourcing this show on a fucking documentary because they, you know.
But then we could sue them because they didn't ask permission.
Unless anything Sue says, right, Sue?
Sure.
What are you doing over there?
Playing.
What are you playing?
It's not solitaire for money,
You're
is
playing
it?
solitaire for money? What are you playing?
I'm not playing. I'm just looking at
You
stuff.
diddy bopping?
Yeah.
Oh.
What's diddy bopping?
Oh, no one can hear
Is
it.
that,
though.
is that a new thing that the teens are doing these days? Diddy bopping. Arty, were you diddy bopping behind the dumpster?
It's like a gangsta.
Diddy bopping is that thing Nola does when she walks backwards and bops around and just you're diddy bopping.
I would say diddy bopping is when Tommy tries to put his dick in Noah's mouth in the front. That sounds more.
Could be. Could be.
Just can't find the asshole.
So Sue, your mom's coming up tomorrow, right?
Oh,
She is
how's she doing?
fabulous.
Good.
A little bit closer to the mic. Thanks.
Like this?
Yes.
Cock it.
Picture it's a
Yes, my mother is coming tomorrow.
yes.
It's really annoying hearing that over there.
It is.
FYI.
Yeah.
We have a shower on Sunday.
Is it gonna rain?
No.
Oh, what kind of shower is it?
We're taking a shower.
Ooh.
And then we're getting showered.
Oh, okay.
It's gonna be a golden shower.
That's of course that's what I first thought too.
No.
It's gonna be a circle jerk shower.
Ugh. Bukkake shower.
A bukkake shower. We're basically getting a bunch of gifts for room we don't have in this house that we're not gonna be able to use the gifts until we get a house. Right?
Yeah.
You get one of those
basically.
pods.
Those things are
They
expensive.
are, right?
Unless someone gets us the
Should live in one.
I need the Nespresso machine. We can set that up immediately, and the wine cooler.
Ooh, yeah. I forgot about the wine cooler.
Yes. See if anyone bought us that gift on the registry. Hint, hint. Wink, wink. It's number one on our list. Or if you just want to give us cash, that works as well too. I don't mind that.
Yeah.
That does work too.
$100 minimum.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
So Tommy's getting circumcised tomorrow.
No, he's not. He's not going tomorrow.
Oh, Noel's going
I
first.
thought he was
Nola's
fixed.
going first. I'm getting her out of the way.
Getting her yearly
Wait.
checkup.
Oh, okay. Check out.
Yeah. Hope she
There's
doesn't.
shots and all that good stuff.
Oh yeah.
They get to weigh in, see how much they've gained since last year.
Yeah, Noah looks like she has cancer, and Tommy looks like he's taking all her weight.
Poor Tommy, yesterday he was swollen. So I read on the bag of food that we should be giving him more than what we have been giving him.
Yes, but you didn't gradually give it to him. You just decided you're gonna bulge
we
eat him,
just decided to bulk give him more.
stock him up like he was
Okay.
like a fucking pig that we're gonna harvest for
So
slaughter.
it hurt his belly. So he woke Arty up at 1:30 the other night and whining.
I mean, not to mention that I have to wake up at 4:30 in the morning,
Yeah.
and that night I hadn't gotten him until late.
Yeah, I noticed you're always online on Gmail when I log in the morning, and I see your light little green dot.
Oh, my computer's on. I think I keep it on my desk anyways.
Yeah.
So I finally took Tommy out. He let out Thanksgiving dinner.
They've been pooping quite large lately.
Yeah.
Their poops have been quite
But
jumbo size.
yesterday, Ronald,
Ronald, double back.
Donald was going to say my dad.
Oh,
Ronald Doubleback helped me walk the dogs when I got home because Arty was working.
double back's day off. So when double back's day off, he likes to take part in the sausages. Sausages, the drinks, if you will.
That's a sausage?
Oh, it's a sausage.
I meant to say like I don't know what I was
Like
going for.
adult beverage.
Sauces, I was gonna say. He gets a little saucy.
Oh.
Definitely not a hot dog.
Yeah, no, definitely not a hot dog, and I can guarantee I'll take a picture of that with my app.
So,
weird.
anyways, he decided to take Tommy. I took Nola because Nola's the crazy one,
Yes.
and he had had a few beers. So I said, "You take Tommy. He's a little calmer." Well, he was trying to put Tommy's harness on, and Tommy was swollen, so I had to loosen up the harness.
Barely get on the poor guy.
Poor guy.
We did at one point get it fastened, but it was like you could tell it was cutting into him. I was like, "Let me just take it off and loosen."
Big old Tommy. Tommy boy.
He's a big baby.
Yes. So they're gonna take him to checkups tomorrow. Hopefully, we don't have to put him down.
I won't make that decision.
No, who? What are you gonna do? Who's gonna make the decision?
You would have to and not tell me.
I'm not gonna put a dog down.
I would never do it.
You're gonna just let him die?
I mean, unless they were in absolute pain.
Like Mr. Fishy over there who died
Like
this morning?
Like Smoochie.
Smoochy. Mr.
Like a
Smoochy.
Smoochy.
Smoochy was a 900-pound cat that her mother had.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, that thing was like a fucking scary-ass angry cat.
He
Not
was
grumpy
sweet if
cat,
you were
angry
nice
cat.
to
Then he would
him.
hiss at you like a. And he would his
He
eyes.
didn't hiss.
He looked at me that one time and hissed at me, and his eyes got all like.
He never
Like, I want to
hissed.
fucking kill
No,
you.
no,
No.
like his pupils get huge,
But
like he was
his
gonna attack.
He's
eyes
stoned.
would get like super large.
Oh, wow.
He looked like he was gonna attack.
And then he used to attack my feet. And he would just pounce on them.
He was a scary cat.
He was lovable though.
Was he?
Little
Like a big old teddy
Smoochie.
bear, like Tommy over here, dead.
Little Smoochie.
Tommy's
R.I.P.
dead. R.I.P.
Speaking-
Smoochie.
Speaking of things
Yes,
that would...
Tommy is dead. Nola's dead too. Not literally.
I hope
I'm
not.
surprised they're not on the couch. They're usually
I
somewhere.
think they've been getting hot on the
Yeah.
couch.
Yeah.
Tommy's
True.
been chilling on the floor. Dogs.
Speaking of things that attack, though, I do want to talk about that guy in Colorado. The guy who killed his he kills his so the guy, I brought this up earlier, he was accused of killing his wife, who was 15 months pregnant.
Yes.
And his 2 kids.
Whoa.
Right?
Whoa. Stop. 15 months pregnant. That's not right.
Sorry, 15 weeks.
Okay.
Whoa, that should be induced.
I was
Yeah.
gonna say,
Yeah.
wait a minute. If you have a baby in there for more than,
Take a look at the help section.
that baby's almost 2 years old. I mean,
Time to induce some labor.
yeah, I would say you have to do something about that one.
So he's accused of killing his 2 kids and his 15-week pregnant wife. And he prayed for their safe return, by the way. I forgot to mention that,
That's
right?
good for him. That's nice. of
It
him.
was nice of him. And then come to find out that he gets arrested for their murder, but then he claims that he walked in on his wife choking the kids.
Okay.
And he killed his wife in like a fit of rage,
Oh, I mean, that's
which he
that's
was saying
reasonable.
sounds like it could be possible. You know, you see somebody killing your
She's
kids,
pulling his wife off him, her murdering a kid. Okay.
and then he murders her. But the problem is, he dumped their bodies like at his work or close to his work.
Yeah.
And remember, he hoped for their safe return.
like Aaron Hernandez. You don't kill someone down the street from your fucking house.
No, you don't.
I mean, you don't think
No.
about stuff. These are the details. If you're gonna kill someone, you think about. First of all, you never kill someone you know.
And he didn't bring the bodies next to Gillette Stadium.
Yeah, I mean, don't. Here's a chance. If anyone out there is planning on killing someone, I'm gonna give you a few tips right here. A, don't kill someone you know.
Yeah, I've always said that.
And then B, if you're gonna kill someone you know, make sure you don't leave any evidence, like in the backwoods of your work.
Yeah.
Like that could be a little obvious.
A little bit. Yeah, I've always
Just
said
saying.
I'm never killing anybody. I would never kill anybody to begin with, but if I was, hypothetically, it
Yeah.
would not be anybody I've ever known in my life. Because nowadays, they're going to find a way to link you to that. Right? And
Yeah, it's.
I would-
first 48. It's
I would
gonna get
kill
you.
that guy who just looked at me weird at the gas station while I'm pumping gas. I'd be like, I don't like that guy. Follow
Yeah.
him home. No
be the-
motive, no nothing.
Could be the cheese.
The cheese.
The cheese could be at the gas station.
Who's the cheese?
That's Sue's best friend. Cheese.
Who's the cheese?
Friends with the cheese. No. The cheese is this kid I used to grow up with. He lives down the street.
Is he fat?
No, he's very skinny. And he spent some time in the big house.
For what?
Drug-related activity.
Ah. When I think of cheese, I think of somebody who farts a
And
lot. and is
something
fat.
with a chainsaw recently.
Oh yes, he was chainsawing wood at 3 a.m. and his neighbor told him to stop, and then he started waving the chainsaw at his neighbor, saying, "I'm gonna stop you."
I wonder if he took the chain off the blade. Probably not.
No, he was in the middle. Of cutting wood at the time.
Ah.
Yeah, no, I don't think he took the time. He was just waving it in the air as it was. Like
I always said if
lunatic.
I was going to create a disturbance, I would just start hacking down telephone poles with a chainsaw. Imagine what that would do.
That would cause some destruction.
I'm surprised no one's done that.
That
I'm
makes
not
me
giving it
think-
ideas.
Do they have like haunted corn mazes or anything like that?
Yeah.
Oh,
here?
yeah.
And they come after you with the chainsaws.
Oh
and-
yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, the blades are off.
You don't like haunted houses, no, being scared.
Oh yes, I do.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
We had this conversation before, and I said we should go to one of those haunted places, and you were like, "No, I get scared."
Was she drunk?
Well, I mean, I do get scared, but I have fun, and then I laugh afterwards. Me
I
and my
think for
friend
guys,
one
it's a waste of
time-
money because I'm not going to get scared. I'm going to shell out like what is it, $40, $50 at Spooky
I
World
don't
now.
know. Spooky World sucks.
It does suck.
I'd rather go to like one of those haunted like hay rides they have, like the guys
Those
from out of the woods with the fucking
awesome.
chainsaw, like in
Yeah.
the middle of Massachusetts.
What if the guy had a bad day that day though?
And he has a real chainsaw.
And he has a real one.
Yeah, the
Yikes.
blade-
Hey,
still on
listen,
it.
it's a risk you got to take.
It is.
I went with some of my friends one year to the one that we have in Tennessee, and they also use like the leaf blowers,
Yeah, yeah.
and they'll come up behind
Yeah.
you.
Ooh.
So I was looking for my friend, and I was by myself in the maze, and this guy comes up behind me and turns on the leaf blower. I screamed bloody murder, ran through the corn stalks, tripped, and then finally I kept running through the corn stalks, and then finally I found my friend by running into her.
Well, where we're going apple picking, they do have a hedge mage.
Ooh, we
See, I'm
should do
jealous. I want to
Yes.
experience that. I've never been that afraid at one of these amusements where I actually feel like I have to run. Like I'm that
it. We
scared.
should all go, like
The
as
ol-
a group. It's fun when you go as a group too.
I
The
would
only
love to
time
go.
I was scared, and I thought it was hilarious, was when he Spooky World decided they're going to do it in the Bayside Expo Center because they lost their property at Gillette because they were building the stadium, and they no longer are in Berlin anymore. They did it in like the Bayside Expo. They made these fake haunted houses like inside the Expo
Yes,
Center.
I went to the one at Fenway Park. It was a joke.
Yeah, but there was this one they did that I probably went on about 50 times, and I was laughing my balls off. I don't know why I thought it was so funny, because the guys would scare you. Every time I get scared, I laugh. Like that was fucking crazy. There was one thing in Winthrop years ago. I remember this. It was an old bunker they had over near Deer Island, and you'd walk through the bunkers, and it was completely dark. It was like just candlelight, and people would jump out of the fucking
Yeah.
things. They did it like 1 year. That's the only time I ever did it. I was scared shitless. So that's good. I like to be scared.
I did too, but you don't. You're not into horror movies. You know that.
No, but I hate horror movies, but I like to be scared in person.
I do too, but like I feel like a jump scare is kind of cheap. Like you can get me on a jump scare where I
Yeah.
don't see you coming, you hit me, go and then I go fuck because I hate that. But like to be actually feel legitimately terrified,
Yeah.
I want to feel that. I've never felt that.
Well, I mean, if the cheese maybe is on a bad day, he wants to like murder you. Might be a fucking. There you go.
I don't know. I feel like I'm still safe, and I know that.
Have you ever done the Ripley's haunted house?
No.
What was that?
What is that in Dollywood?
So there is one in Gatlinburg.
Gatlinburg?
Ooh, we should go do it. Me and Sarah went and did one in Myrtle Beach.
Myrtle
one
Beach,
year.
Myrtle Beach.
Oh my God. So the whole time we had to get in like a single file line to go through some of the rooms. I was holding on to her boobs. Like she was in front of me. I was
Yeah.
holding on to
Oh,
her
hey
boobs.
now.
There's some lesbian activity
And
going on
then-
that day, huh?
I don't remember how the ending was, but all I know is we came running out of there screaming.
Yeah.
I
That's awesome.
lost a
Sexually.
sandal inside. And
You never went back for it, huh?
No, I wasn't about to go back in there.
She lost a sandal
I did.
after your lesbian
You
experience.
I was gonna say you lost something else that day.
Yeah.
Your innocence.
I lost my innocence between another girl as we both were scared, screaming into each other's arms.
wanna
in
feel
a
that.
passionate,
I would love to feel that.
sexual way.
But
I could
that they've got different rooms that you
Yeah,
go
they do.
into
It's
that
like a
have
sex
different
club.
themes. And
like a sex
I remember
club. You got
there,
me.
like, there was an elevator. If you didn't go, you also in your group, you would have to like sacrifice someone. So if
Whoa!
you did
Now it's like a
something,
ritualistic sex
Yeah.
group. It's like Eyes Wide Shut shit.
It
Have
is.
a mask,
you-
mask and stuff.
passwords.
If you did something wrong or you couldn't get out of a room like within a certain amount of time, you would have to sacrifice one of your group people.
Yeah.
That's hot.
So, where is this place? And do we have any females we can bring to us? So it's my wedding gift.
I want to go something in
Bring me
Savannah.
to a sacrificial
Sacrificial? Sacrificial?
Yes.
Sacrificial, yes. Yeah.
Hide your kids, hide your wife. No, bring your wife. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So your first sexual experience with a woman was scary.
Yes, let's get into this. Not exactly.
Yeah. We both wore skirts with no panties, so there was easy access in the sex rooms. Yeah. Tell us more.
Yeah, please do.
No.
Oh,
Did you bring
one of these days.
Did you bring toys with you?
Who?
The old double-sided Steely Dan.
Scissors.
The Scissor
The
Sisters.
scissors.
Scissor Sisters. I like how that goes.
You sound creepy.
Do I? I'm a creep. What can I say? Halloween is like literally 6 weeks away.
Should I bring my haunted doll?
No, it's not. It's
Haunted
like
teddy bear?
8-9 weeks away.
I love Halloween.
You are right.
I'll dress up again.
The end of September, 6 weeks away. I'm sitting here doing math. I'm like, wait a minute. Yes, you're right. So it's like 13 weeks away.
No.
I'll dress up for the show again.
Halloween is like 9 weeks away.
No.
Yeah.
How do you figure? Oh, you're right.
There's typically 4 weeks in a month.
Typically. Not always.
Sometimes there's 5.
Sometimes there's 3. Depends what month it is.
And August has 1 more week.
Yes.
Until we rock October. We're gonna rock October around the clock. We're gonna hip hop. And we're gonna go to the sock hop and wear the costumes with the spooky ghosts to think them up.
Yeah, Billy Joel's here. Fucking Bill Cosby's here. Look at them. Just,
In jail, we're gonna have a costume party. I'm gonna play the fucking sex offender. And I'm gonna win.
Bill Cosby.
You see, he's protesting now. He doesn't want to get the official label as being a predator because it feels it'll jeopardize his reputation and life with his family.
He's not serving jail time, is he?
Not yet. He hasn't been sentenced.
He's not gonna be sensitive. The guy's gonna fucking. Don't.
He's 81. Why does he care about it hurting his reputation? He is a predator.
I'm sorry, but
He was convicted.
yeah, but come on. It wasn't like he did something yesterday.
I know, but there is.
There's
I
gotta
know,
be
I
a
agree.
statues because you see that fucking chick. Did you hear the latest? The chick. I don't even know her name. She was. Who's the guy that killed himself? Bourdain.
Yeah. What about?
His girlfriend, right, was an actress. She's an Italian actress, right? She was the one leading the Me Too movement of the women. Just came out that she forced a 17-year-old boy to have sex with her when she was filming a movie 20 years ago.
Oh yeah, that kind of ruins your credibility a lot.
So
The pound Me Too?
Yes. So what the fuck is her name? I can't look it up. You can look at a guest. She's an Italian actress or whatever. She's in some movies, I guess. So apparently she was doing this either movie or sitcom or something like that with this kid, and she played the mother. And when the kid turned 17, he wasn't even legal yet. Took him into the room and wrote him. Just what was his name? Bourdain. What was his first name?
Bourdain, Anthony Bourdain.
Anthony Bourdain. Yeah, if you Google Anthony Bourdain's girlfriend sex scandal or something like that. And basically, she paid this kid lots of money to keep his mouth shut, and he had to sign a disclaimer or something like that. And I guess apparently Anthony Bourdain had found out about it, that this went down years ago, and they're speculating that maybe that contributed a little to his depression and suicide.
I think being a former heroin addict, though, kind of says it all.
A heroin addict that drank heavily, which I always thought was very weird.
I thought that was weird, too.
Because from what I understand is if you get off something like a drug, you usually go clean all the... I know a lot of people who they get on drugs and shit, they're not supposed to do anything.
Yeah.
A lot of them smoke cigarettes to kind of pacify that habit of doing something. Yeah. But it was always shocking to me the guy was a heroin addict that enjoyed drinking as much as he did, which seems very similar to heroin. It seems like it's a gateway to heroin.
Yeah, but they say heroin is the one that, you can never officially really kick. That's the one that, you're thinking about the next day no matter what.
Heroin, you're done. Yeah. Any opiates, you might as well fucking write your life sentence.
Yeah, that shit's going to get you. Yeah.
And if it doesn't get you today, it will get you 20 years from now.
For sure.
It's a fucking battle right there. At least, crack you can kind of shake.
Yeah, but I never understood like the opiates because they make you like lethargic and just kind of fall asleep.
Yeah,
if you're gonna do something like coke. At least you're getting shit done.
Exactly. Become efficient. Listen out there, kids. If you're gonna do drugs, do coke. At
Do
least you get
efficient.
shit done. I used to go to school when I was in college in the architecture classes. There was this girl that used to do coke when we had projects due, and she would be up for the fucking week. She'd bang out all her projects in a week. She'd be a million miles per second. I remember one day we're driving to the Boston Public Library for a class, and she's jumping out of my Jeep, me and like these two other kids, and a fucking volume of like coke falls out, like one of those little containers fall out of her pocket onto the ground.
Yeah.
I go, oh, he dropped something, and she's like, oh, and she, sorry, I'm ready for class. Whoa, hey now.
And I was actually told by Boston firefighters that if you're gonna do drugs and you're a firefighter,
Yeah.
you should do coke.
Oh.
Because it's out of your system really quick, and weed stays in there a month,
Well,
and
there you
you
go.
could get tested.
Plus, it makes you energetic.
It does.
I mean, you want a firefighter or you want a coked up firefighter? Because he's gonna be fuck this.
Oh, he's gonna be ripping kids out of buildings over
right.
his shoulder.
You're gonna see him do things that only superheroes can do.
Exactly.
So, so take that, kids. If you're gonna do drugs, do coke.
Yes.
Even though it's probably very illegal.
Yeah, and you're gonna die eventually. Your heart's gonna blow. So.
Yeah, you will have a heart attack eventually.
Yeah.
And you're probably looking at more time in jail for coke than probably any of the other ones, I would say.
And like nasal issues and shit.
Yeah, and you have bloody noses all the time.
Yeah.
You're always going,
Yeah.
which is a clear giveaway that you do coke a lot. And it's very expensive.
Yeah, coke's like a really expensive drug.
I think
isn't
it's the
it?
most expensive of all the drugs. I think it's like $80 for like a little bag of coke.
But I think it has gone down since the 80s. I think I was reading the price of it has gone down in the 80s.
Yeah.
It's still the most expensive, but
Yeah, that's why the
it's
80s
not.
were the best decade. Everyone was just doing coke.
I see
you
American
know?
Psycho.
Except for James Taylor, who was doing heroin. And obviously Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah.
You know?
And Cobain.
Yeah. What was he doing?
I think he was doing
Cobain.
heroin.
Was he doing heroin?
Yeah, he was depressed, so yeah.
Yeah. Hey, listen, if you're going to be depressed, might as well be more depressed, I guess, right?
At least he was writing good lyrics. Well, no, I wouldn't say they're good lyrics, but at least he was doing stuff.
Yeah, I don't think they were good lyrics
No,
at all.
but it made it work. He did, musically.
Musically, the song sounded good, but I feel that it was a lot the guy from Foo Fighters was
it's
more or
depressing.
less,
Yeah.
kind of doing that thing. But
Foo Fighters are positive, which is what I found weird about the Foo Fighters. Nirvana was like so depressing, but like the Foo Fighters, they're more positive. Their lyrics are more positive.
yeah.
It's like complete opposite end of the spectrum.
Yeah, there's a lot of bad lyrics out there.
Yeah.
A lot of songs in them. I heard a song, and
Whiny.
this is one of Sue's favorite people. The Luke Bryant has a new song, and it's sunset, sunrise, repeats.
I got one question. Is there a video?
He is awful.
There might be a video for this song. Did you hear the new song?
No.
It was a sunset, sunrise, sunburn.
He is
repeats.
the worst.
That's the
song.
That's the chorus.
artist.
He sings about the song about how he one summer I was at a house and I met a girl and who had a sunrise, sunburn, sun fucking set, repeat. He
That
actually
does
says
sound
the word repeat.
I was just gonna say. I wasn't sure if you were ad-libbing that or if that's a real.
No, it's an actual song and it's fucking terrible. It's probably one of the
Because
worst.
he's terrible.
Yeah, it is. We probably can pull this thing up. I guarantee they have.
But
Well,
everybody in Tennessee is like, oh, Luke Bryan, he's so cute. Oh, Luke
and he's not even from
Bryan."
Tennessee, is he? He's from Georgia.
No, but all I know is the girls in Tennessee that I know love him.
Yeah,
Let's see.
I think any girl wants to have sex with him. Do you want to have sex? Or are you more of a Jason Aldean kind of guy?
Ew, no.
Relations.
You want to have sex?
I'm like
or
Tim
whatever?
McGraw back in the day.
How about Tim McGraw now? Tim McGraw now looks like he has
No,
cancer.
he looks like he's sick.
He does look sick. Maybe he is.
Who's your current go-to suits for music?
What's his
Of
name?
like good-looking guy
Luke
or
Bryant.
just
We'll say good-looking guy.
Sunrise.
We'll go there. Current.
Let's see. Here it is, right here. This fucking song right here. This song. You guys are about. You might actually.
Ooh, I would have.
You might
to
want to
say,
hit the volume on the remote control up because I think
I
it's on
don't have
mute.
them.
I do. All right, so you guys will be able to pick some of this up. But this song right here, we're going to talk through it and let you know how bad of a song it is. I heard this today on Pandora. It came up, so it has to be relatively new. And the lyrics, by the way,
Is this supposed to be country?
it is a country
It sounds
song.
like techno. Okay, there it is.
Yeah, and he's like, so we'll just talk you through it. They're at some fucking boathouse. Daddy let me use the boathouse.
He's like grinding his teeth together.
Yeah.
He
Oh.
sings through his nose. It's
Yeah.
so annoying. Like
Sings
his
through
nose and the back of his throat. And
Yeah, he talks like he's like talking through like a fucking walkie-talkie.
Yeah, I don't like his mouth movements.
Yeah, girls just want to have sex with him though. All his songs are about the
I
same
don't know
shit.
I'm gonna start
why.
talking to you like this, Arty, when I look at you.
Like listen to the chorus
He
right
has
here.
man boobies.
Sunburn, sunset, repeat. This is the stupidest fucking lyrics I heard in my life. Do you know what I'd rather have? I'd rather have the summer burn.
He's like
Gonna
the LFO
figure.
of country music.
Who's the guy? What's that song? Running against, dancing in the fire.
Oh yeah, that was
Yeah,
Garth
that
Brooks.
song.
Yeah.
Garth Brooks. Yeah,
Who's that?
this song's terrible.
But what was her name? Remember that music video we were watching?
Which one?
Something Nicole, Karina Nicole.
Oh God. Yeah, basically the same lyrics. They basically wrote the same lyrics. What was the name? Nicole.
Karina
Nicole.
Nicole.
How did that go?
Something about rocket ships.
Oh, we could always just find it out, I guess. That's the miracle of having fucking. So I'm gonna have this. I'm gonna want to put a TV behind me so I can actually have like. I'm still fucking trying to navigate. We got the new Apple TV. So
Oh
it's like,
God, dude! When we played this a couple weeks, it was in my head the next day. I was annoying people actually in my office.
hey,
singing
sing
this
it
song.
in your fucking. Let's see.
Well, maybe it
Karina
should've-
Nicole.
Well, maybe it should have been a hit because there it is.
Is that her?
Was it I Want It over there?
Oh
to the
yes,
right?
there it is. All right, here we go. This
This
song.
isn't rocket ships, but
No.
this is another one.
I guarantee this song you'll hear in you. Want it?
No, rocket ships is the
I
one you want
want
though
it.
for that.
I want it. Give it to me. Yes, we talked about this 2 weeks ago. This song. And then you made the point where you said, well, if you're gonna have friends in your music video, you should pick your hot friends.
Yes,
Not
not your dumpy single moms.
Yes.
Yeah. In the background.
Yeah,
yes.
the song was I get it. From what I read, she was very happy that she wrote all the lyrics to this song herself. So, I mean, it's no Luke Bryan, but
No, it's not Luke Bryan. Definitely not.
Toe Tapper. I want it. You're gonna hear this. You're gonna be waking up. You're gonna be in the shower tonight. You're gonna be like, I want it.
It's
Give it
Rocket
to
Ship that
me.
gets me. That's the one that.
Wait, she did a song called Rocket Ship?
Yeah, that's the one that sticks in my head.
I don't remember Rocket Ship. Let's
Oh,
see.
I do. Off the top of my head, I don't. But if you play it, it's gonna get in my head for a fucking.
Let's see. Does she have a page?
Yeah, she does.
I forget how you navigate. It's easy on the fucking on the website. Maybe it's down here. I want it. Give it to me. Okay, maybe we can look it up here. It's called Rocket Ship, you said?
I think so.
Let's see. You know. Karina Nicole, Rocket Ship.
Yeah. It's
Oh, right there.
Yeah, there you go.
There it is.
With the this is the one with the dumpy friends in it.
Yes, she decided she was going to do a music video. Instead of getting her good-looking friends, she got her dumpy friends.
And this one has like you can follow along.
Oh, there's lyrics. That's right. So I think we should come out to the song for the wedding.
I would pay.
We could probably get her to sing the song live. I'm sure she's not
If you
doing
flew
much.
her in, I bet she would do it.
I bet she'd do it. This was actually a catchy song. Yeah. No more tears.
Like I always say, though, you got to wait to the chorus.
Yeah, the chorus is very catchy. Oh, here goes my microphone.
Flying high. Arty, why didn't we hear this in the club growing up? I feel like this song is like 6 years old, so I
It
feel
actually sounds very much like that song, Dynamite.
like. By who sings that?
Tyler Cruz. Yes, there's her dumpy friend on New Year's Eve.
She's still better than Pitbull.
Yeah. Well, the song earlier, let's see. Hold on. This is the one that I wanted to show you earlier. I Want to Be Ninja. This is
Susie's already.
Susie's favorite song here. It's more of a visual for this song because this girl was a reality star, and she wrote this song.
Ninja. Okay, Ninja, not
Yes,
Ninja.
she says Ninja. She performed it for a party. And this girl owns a bed company, I guess. So this is the party she was throwing. Hold on. Oops.
Oh, okay.
She was on the Housewives, right? Was she a housewife? I think she was a housewife. And now she's singing about being a ninja. Now keep the look of the Asian lady behind her the entire time. She gets very offended. Now, this is from 4 years ago.
What did she say to offend her? Hold on.
Well, just listen to the lyrics of the song. Double back might come out and start singing. It's called I Want to Be Ninja if you want to listen at home.
You know what? Maybe I too could be ninja.
I want to be ninja.
She's holding it together, though, the Asian girl. She's just kind of staring at it with her arms clasped, her hands clasped.
Oh, for now.
Uh-oh.
It's very racist. Oh, it doesn't stop here. It goes on for 3 more minutes.
Okay, she's laughing still. She's still there.
She's hanging on.
Yeah, she's hanging on.
Because right now she's thinking to herself, well, this is extremely racist right now. I can't believe she's actually doing this. Yeah, Nola doesn't like this song very much. And she looks like she's in a storage facility when you're looking at this right now.
Yeah, exactly, because of the back of the metal plate in the
big
background.
Door and she didn't invent the Murphy bed, but her last name's Jennifer. Her last name's Murphy.
And you guys, you know what? I might do it. I might be a ninja soon. I gonna be ninja.
She's starting to slowly look unimpressed.
Now the Asian lady's like, all right. Now I'm extremely offended by this thing. Like she's doing this Asian accent.
Yeah. She's getting in her face now
Yeah,
too.
yeah. And the friends are like, oh my god, I can't believe she's doing this. I like the song though. It's catchy though.
It does have a catchy.
It's No I
Toe
Want It,
tapper.
but it's close.
Is it just a coincidence that there's an Asian woman right there? By the way, do you think that was set up that way?
No, I think she's that stupid that she didn't realize how offensive this song would be, and she it's just probably some broad that she these friends of friends, if you will. I want to be ninja. I almost be ninja.
Oh my god.
So chop down to Chinatown.
Oh my god, it just does not stop.
Oh, no, it's very, very long. It's about a verse too long.
I hope he didn't hear.
And she's basically beating up a guy named Chow.
Everyone else is kind of smiling, and that Asian girl now is completely frozen.
And she doesn't look very good for her age, by the way. I think she's 34 in this video. Her YouTube name is Blondie or something like that. Crazy Blonde or something.
I can't believe I'm watching this.
No, this is very bad. Basically, do you know she did this?
funny.
So she's promoting. Look at here's the Asian girl. It's like they purposely zoomed in on it, So we chop chow down to Chinatown. I finally ninja.
Wow. Well,
Yeah.
another day in the Arty 84.
Oh, if you can't get more offensive than that.
No, you cannot.
So if you want to start your night out, start it with some
Chop
some
ninja.
I Want to Be Ninja, and then close it with how's that song go? I want it.
Oh yeah. I want it.
Give it to me. Who will be singing our intro music? What would you rather have for our intro music? I Want to Be Ninja, or I Want It?
Neither.
If you had to pick, you had a
to pick one.
gun to your head, brains blown over the wall. If you don't pick one,
Probably ninja.
we can arrange that because she's probably looking for work.
I don't- She's probably more expensive though, because she was on television though.
That is true. Yeah, I guess it's true.
Yeah.
So when you hear, I want to be ninja. Chop. God. What's this world coming to?
Oh, hey, Bon Jovi. Isn't it Bon Jovi just helicoptered into Gillette Stadium the other
Yeah,
day?
I just wanted to watch the practice today, and he left. You know,
Good for him.
must be nice.
He was there when we went to the game, right?
Probably.
Stadium
That was probably
thing.
his helicopter that landed in that game.
Not this last game.
The
When
playoff
whole
game?
Stadium sang.
Yeah, the playoff game.
Yeah.
Yeah, against
That was-
AFC Championship.
Does he even make music anymore or just collect royalties?
That was him though, right?
That was him. He does not, because he kicked the lead guitar player out of the band.
I mean, you can replace him.
You know, who wrote all the songs.
Oh,
Basically.
that's a problem.
Yeah, he was the guy who was the actor who was in the Sopranos. That was his name.
Oh, the guy who was in Bruce Springsteen?
No, that's the other. Oh no, the Bruce Springsteen guy was in Sopranos. No, the other guy was an actor too. I forget his name. The lead guitar player for Bon Jovi. But
Oh, no.
hey Siri, who plays lead guitar in Bon Jovi?
Sorry, I can only take that request while you're listening to music from your library
Oh.
or Apple Music.
Oh, thank you. You both suck. All right, well, with that, we'll leave the show. And you have anything you're plugging there, Senor?
Check out the Whirlwind Potato on YouTube and whirlwindreports.com.
That's right. And then, obviously, if you like the show, you subscribe to it on iTunes or on YouTube. Or, any of the above. Podbean, if you will. And we'll be back next week. Right? Next week we'll still be here. Yeah, we're not leaving till Friday, right? Yes, we'll be here next week. For, actually, next week's episode 16. And I'm looking at this. This is episode 68.
Oh, so it was a tease.
Little
We have
tease.
a special guest.
Oh, that's right. We will. We're going to have a 69 live in the air.
Ooh.
My mother.
That's fine. Your mother?
She's actually going to dress up and sing that I Want to Be Ninja song.
That would be awesome.
She's going to be like, I want to be ninja. I got to be ninja.
It's the chop part that gets me. That's like the icing.
Chop down to Chinatown. We're not doing this to be racist. We're making fun of the blonde.
Exactly. We didn't start this thing.
Yes.
We're just imitating it.
We are just...
And now we're seeing all these 90s videos that I want to listen
Yeah.
to. These nostalgic videos.
We are basically just making how bad of a person this person is.
It's okay, Tommy.
Yeah, we'll leave it at that. All right, everyone have a good week. We'll see you next week. Toodaloo, motherfuckers. Bye.